Crafters, Raquel here with Paints and Glitter. Today I'm introducing you to the terrific Toolbox die set from Tonic Studios. This is a 34-piece die set, and I did record this as a live video, but I'm going to share a shorter version of this video. Now this does come with full instructions and an acetate carrier sheet that you can definitely use for other projects or incorporate into this one. And as you can see here, there are a lot of decorative pieces, but what I'll be doing is making a simple box and then combining it with these stamps here and dies from one of these stamp club collections that was made available for only $10 in the US over on the Tonic Vault sale. So if you're watching this video and that sale is still available, you can go ahead and pick that up using my links. Now to begin, these pieces here that you see me stacking together, I'm going to recommend that you cut out of 110-pound card. What I did was that I put the pretty piece of paper on top, so you can at least cut 4 of those. And for this blue piece that you see here that has that little circle indentation on the top, you'll be cutting it twice and then adhering the decorative panels. You can tell this video is a bit sped up just to make it shorter and not take up too much of your time, but I can advise that you can either use the decorative pieces in this set, such as the one I'm showing you here, that would emboss that wood grain onto your paper if you run it on your machine with your paper and embossing mat. But as you can tell, I've kept mine quite simple for this tutorial, and I'm only using the panels that are cut out with the simple dies available in this set. So you have a lot of options. You can make this as elaborate or as simple as you like. But the other tip I'm going to give you is that most pieces that you'll be cutting out twice, with the exception, of course, of the decorative pieces in the set. Now here, these 2 portions that I cut out in yellow, as you can see, are actually going to be the lid of your box, so you can cut that out twice, and I did decorate them using strips. And here's the paper collection I'm using. It has little arrows and hearts and some other little motifs, but you can still guide yourself using the score lines that I was pointing out on the base paper that you'll be cutting out. These are going to be the sides of your box, so they're both going to be decorated equally or the same. Now, if you're going to decorate the inside of this box, you can definitely cut out that base again out of decorative paper and then just cut away the tabs if you would like to. And that's going to give you a really pretty finish to this box, but it won't be part of this tutorial. These 2 pieces here are going to be the actual sides of your box. So again, you can cut out the panels to match. I did cut out panels for the inside. And here I'm just adhering the 2 outside pieces. And to create the base, which you see in yellow, you just cut it out one more time. And then, as I pointed out there, cut away the portions that you won't need off the edges, and then proceed to go ahead and burnish all of your fold lines really nicely. You're going to need crisp folds for this, so I do recommend the bone folder that you can get. And then the little tabs on the sides, you can just fold those as you see me doing there with your hands. It won't be of any consequence. Now this does have a curved portion at the top. It's what makes this box a little bit unique. So I always recommend that if you have a delicate edge that you need to fold, start it off with your fingers as I'm doing here. That way your paper doesn't get any kind of crumples or folds in it. And now you can go ahead and adhere the base of your box as I'm doing here, just using adhesive along the edge, and I am using Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, and then making sure to burnish those pieces together. And this box is actually one of the easiest ones I think I've ever put together from Tonic Studios. So if you're a beginner crafter, I highly recommend it. It's nice and spacious, and you're going to be able to use it for a lot of different things, both masculine and feminine makes or birthday treats, anything like of that sort. So here I'm adding these side panels of this box. These came together quite easily as well. And you can tell the papers just fit exactly, and you don't need a whole lot of adhesive there, but if you do happen to get it on your hands or anything like that, as I often do, don't worry, it does dry clear. So here, all you have to do is place adhesive on the side tabs that are created with the dies, as you see me doing here. And these are going to join together and create, of course, the sides of your box. And what I'm doing here is that I'm going one by one, lining the inside, because now that inside panel is going to allow me to cover the tabs that would otherwise be visible. But if you do this type of construction, the other benefit is that you're going to get a nice sturdy finish once it's all said and done, and it's going to look more presentable, of course, because it'll create a nice finished project for you. Sorry. So the little pieces that you're going to see me adhere next are actually going to be at more of an angle. And that's also going to be what gives this box a really pretty look. So here you see those little tabs on the side. Make sure that you add a little drop of adhesive and then hold on to that. You don't want this to move while it's drying because it won't give you the effect that you're going for. And it's not quite a 45-degree angle. It's maybe a 30-degree angle. It doesn't really matter, but the point is that you want to take your time here. That's all I wanted to point out, because if you rush through these projects, I know the videos are sped up sometimes, but you do want to take your time. And in my live video, I did share that this is going to be the lid of this box, and this is going to be an exception in which you don't want to have a really strong crisp fold because it's going to be more of an arch, and it's going to adhere onto these panels that will have tabs all along the edge, and it looks almost like a letter M. But then these two here that look like the little, I was calling these like recipe tab files or something like that. They adhere together, and then you're going to create a valley fold once you have those two pieces together. And that valley fold is what's going to allow you to adhere it onto the what will be the sides of the lid. You can tell that I did take advantage of hot glue here to adhere this. And you do want to be careful. My recommendation here is only adhere one tab at a time, as you see me doing. It's going to look like so. And of course, you're going to repeat this again on the opposite side. So there's the second side, and this will give you a nice, beautiful finished box. I recommend that you can also use it as a little barn. That's what I was mentioning in the live video. If you're creating little boxes for birthday parties, it would be perfect for that. Now here is what's going to be the handle. As you can tell now, I am using the bone folder for every single fold, and I'm doing that on purpose because this does need to have a nice crisp fold on each little fold line. And then you can bring it together by adhering both pieces together. They fold like so, and then you can start now folding in the little triangles that are on both ends. So you can tell this does come together really easily. Now here I've applied my adhesive. This is going to be adhered onto the handle, but if you want to, you can first add that little hexagon I was just showing you. I don't really know why I didn't do that, but I do recommend you do so. It's going to make this portion a lot easier, but I just was very patient and adhered that to that base. And the good thing about this is the base also has the same shape. So you can tell there, you can guide yourself by the shape of that handle portion, and it comes together quite easily. Now here I left this portion of the video so that you can see that there is one die in this set, and it does cut out multiple little circles. And the use of this is going to come in quite handy because this is what's going to allow you to have an interactive handle on this project. So you can see me stacking those little circles, and the reason that's important is that depending on the thickness of the handle that you created, so for instance, if you decided to create a decorative handle with really thick paper or multiple pieces, then that is going to coincide with how many of these little circles you're going to need to stack up. Now I created my handles with 110-pound cardstock. I also used decorative paper that I sprayed, also made of 110-pound card, and I ended up using a total of 20 little circles. So for each little stack, I only have 5 that I adhered one on top of the other, as you saw me do. And then I added them to the sides of the box, which are clearly delineated by the score marks using hot glue. And now you're going to use the circles that are included in this die set, and you can cut them out as I've done here, whether it be out of really pretty paper. I just thought the glitter card from Tonic Studios was excellent for this make, so I did add those right on top. And what you want to do is to make sure that they don't impede the movement of that handle. So just be careful here, make sure that you center those circles and you'll be in business. And now your box is complete. It comes together super easily. As you can tell, it creates that little handle. And you can see how roomy this box is. It does allow for quite a bit of little gifts that you can add inside, especially if you count the space added with the lid. And now you can decorate this to your heart's content. Just be sure that you don't block the movement of that handle. And here's where the little stamp and die set are going to come in from the stamp club that I had mentioned. What I did is that I had some paper I had sprayed with some glimmer spray from Tonic Studios. In fact, it's frosted lemon, and I'm sorry, it's sparkle spray. So what I did was I ran all of those little flowers and the little hummingbird and butterfly, cut them out, and now I'm positioning this on my stamp platform from Tim Holtz. And here I did stamp the little hummingbird using just a stamp block, and it wasn't perfect, but here I'm going to show you how I stamped the little butterfly. And in this case I did follow the instructions, which is to use the lid, and you can tell that it's far easier. In fact, you can stamp this multiple times. I did use black ink that was safe for alcohol coloring, because you'll see in a moment how I decided to color these, and it was super simple. I didn't really have any kind of color scheme in mind. I just wanted this to be fun and vibrant, but you can tell how easy it was to stamp those images. And now I'm using alcohol pens from Tonic Studios to color this in. They blend really nicely. If you're new to coloring, I do recommend these markers. They're not as expensive as others on the market, and the color payoff is exactly the same. I've never had anyone notice the difference between these and the more expensive ones that are out there. And yes, I own both, so just to let you know, they're really good quality. So here on the screen you're seeing a little bit of a close-up of my little hummingbird that wasn't quite perfect, but I was still in love with it. And there's the little butterfly, and you can tell that I also use little Nuvo drops at the end to decorate both, because I love adding more shine and texture. And if you're wondering what I'm going to use this little box for, I intend to fill it up with little flowers that I will be creating as a series this year in 2024. I will be making different videos sharing with you how I create different flowers using dyes or materials from my stash. I welcome you to join me in that series. You'll be able to watch one video at least per month with that topic, and I'll also be creating a playlist that you can follow. So if you want to add that playlist to your own YouTube channel and share it with your friends, I very much welcome you to do so. Feel free to share these videos also with any crafty friends that you may have. Once I reach 5,000 subscribers and I fill this little box up and add other little goodies, I'll be doing a secret giveaway. Leave me a comment in the videos regarding the flowers, and once I see that you've left a comment on every single one of those videos and also shared my channel and helped me meet my goal, then I will be doing the giveaway. But I thank you so much for watching this video. Be inspired and be blessed.